Okay guys, been a bit busy over the last couple of days, but I just thought I'd drop a quick video for you here today. No fancy photos or nothing, just record it, get it thrown out. What I'm going to look at today is what your rookie pick might get you. So let's fire away and have a quick look. 101, consensus at the moment is Breece Hall, running back. I'm thinking 102, probably Kenneth Walker, running back, and 103, Malik Willis, quarterback. Now, mostly we're looking at 12-team Superflex leagues here, but I will say if you're looking at a 16-team league, the position of the quarterback is heightened, and I certainly myself would be looking to take Willis with the 101, just because of the importance of the quarterback position in a 16-team league. So those are my top three at the moment. Any order depending on team needs, roster needs, stage of my build, anything like that. I mean, it's all very well taking Breece Hall with a 101 and saying you're going to trade him for two firsts, but there's a chance those two firsts are going to be the 110, 111. Would you really trade the 101 for the 110 and the 111? I don't think so. So that's my top three at the moment. And regardless of landing spots next week in the NFL draft, I can't see them falling out of my top five. Then I've got my top three wide receivers: Drake London, Garrett Wilson, and Treylon Burks. You can take them in any order you want. Now the problem is, these three upper tier ones are likely to get horrific landing spots, so they could merge very fluidly with my next three, which is Chris Olave, Jameson Williams, and George Pickens. So that takes us up to 109. Now, as I say, with landing spots, good landing spots, terrible landing spots, that 104 to 109 could change quite drastically. So that's my top 9. I can't see me making too many changes to that 9. Maybe the order of them, but not the set 9 people. Next up, at 110, 111, 112, into the early rounds is 201, 202, 203. I've got the 3 quarterbacks: Kenny Pickett, Matt Corral, Sam Howell. And I've got Jahan Dotson, Christian Watson, David Bell. Now again, you can take them however you want. Landing spot, that's 6 players, can go anywhere between 110, 202. So let's have a look at your 2023 first. What's that going to get you? I personally would not give up my 2023 first for anything less than the 104. I'm quite happy to take the 104 on my choice of wide receivers, or perhaps one of my top 3 coming down. So if I've got the 105 and the 106 and I don't like what's there, I might be potentially looking to trade it for a 2024 first instead. I'm sure there's a lot of guys that would be willing to pay their 2024 first for as far down as the 107, 108 perhaps. Now, I'm not here to fool you, I'm not here to con you. I hear a lot of bullshit going around, all the experts, everyone saying, oh, trade down, trade down, trade down. But in reality, in most leagues, nobody's going to trade up this year unless they really like a player. So if you are looking to trade down, maybe take a little bit less value. If you've got those 6 wide receivers pretty much on the same tier after the NFL draft, and you're quite happy getting any of them at 108, then trade down from 105 to 108 for a mid-second even. You know, somebody might pay that if they really like a player. And we'll see later on, there's still a little bit of value to be had in the mid to late second rounds. So we've had a look at quite a few wide receivers. We've talked about the top 4 quarterbacks, and we're up to about the 2 or 3 in picks, I believe. So from there, you may have realised that I've missed out Isaiah Spiller. Now, he could go absolutely anywhere, but personally, I won't be touching him. I'm being honest, there's too many flags on the profile that I won't be touching him. Now, when we draft players, when we scout players, there's a lot to take into consideration. One, there's the college production, the tape. Two, there's the profile. Three, there's the combine and the analytics. And four, the landing spots and the draft capital. But hopefully we're all educated enough that we've got a strong opinion at the moment and it won't change too much. As I say, mine are not changing too much now. And when they do, it'll be a drastic change due to something like Kyron Williams, Isaiah Spiller, dreadful combines. So I think I've took us up to about the 204. 205 I'm quite happy to take at the moment Brian Robinson, running back. I think everything he's done is okay, nothing leaps out at me, but with a mid-second I'm quite happy to take that. Also in the mid-second round I'm looking at Desmond Ridder, quarterback, quite an exciting prospect, and with a mid-second round pick I'm more than happy to take that risk. Also in this area I'm looking at my next group of wide receivers, Justin Ross, John Metchie, Jalen Tolbert, Khalil Shaker. I'm looking at all these guys in the late second. Now there's a plethora of running backs I could be taking. James Cook, Damian Pierce, Zamir White, Rashad White, Kevin Harris, Pierre Strong. There's umpteen, but at the moment, without knowing landing spots, draft capital, etc., I'm not really taking them until the latter stages of the second or oblique the early third. So that takes us into the early third round, and we've got all those running backs, probably about a dozen of them, and a few tight ends, 3 or 4 tight ends that are possibly worth drafting. And you've also got Carson Strong, quarterback, should be about the third round. So it depends on your preference there. Obviously keep an eye out in draft capital, landing spot, etc., and move your slight adjustments accordingly. Going into the fourth round you've got a few more dart throw wide receivers, dart throw running backs, wild throw quarterbacks. I'm not talking about that they're actually wild throwers, although most of them are this year. So yeah, that's just a brief insight. What the first round talent is, what the second round talent is, what the third round talent is, what you're expecting round at the cusp of the change between the late first, early second, what you can expect at the late second, early third. Just a very brief guide. I know you've all got your rankings done already. Let's enjoy the draft next week and we'll see how things shake up after that. Thanks for watching, and keep sending me some trades. I've got no trades to review. Send me trades. Bye.